Excellent. 7 o'clock. Call the meeting to order. First item is previous minutes. I assume everybody had the chance to read over the previous minutes. I noticed, John, you made some corrections online.
Correct. Those were changed. I did look.
Tammy, can I get you to take that end microphone and just turn it towards you and turn it
Turn it
on?
on.
So if you do have comments, we can just catch those.
That's your mic. You can drag it over to the table.
Okay.
Well,
So-
not if we don't hear you.
You'll hear me.
You sure?
Tammy, you said those corrections have been made.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Would,
And I think they were sent back out to us with the corrections also.
Motion to accept last month's minutes.
Okay.
Second that emotion. Emotion.
Motion has been made and seconded to accept the previous minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Reports and warrants have gone around. Those will be signed. Finances. Hop up in the hot seat. Sure. Anything new and exciting on here we should be looking at? Or anything that we should be focused on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We did just get, we just asked for more of our line of credit for FEMA. For MAC, but that's it. I think you guys saw that in the warrants too.
Okay, I haven't looked at the warrants yet, but
But that's it.
okay. And I know we were talking about this with the BCC that we just signed.
Yeah.
They have their own line,
Yeah.
correct? Okay,
Yes,
I
they
just, that's what I thought, but
They just haven't spent anything yet this year, so there's nothing
Right.
on there yet. Usually it's underneath the town budget on its own line item.
and then, and if there's anything extra, it's usually reimbursed by grants
Mhm.
years past. But did anybody else see anything that they were struck by?
Not stricken. I'm just wondering, do we know how much we sold in ATV stickers yet?
I
Did they-
I have a total, actually, I can get, I can.
It's
send
not
it to you
critical.
guys.
It's curiosity.
We do have a total, yeah.
So not quite as good as last year then. Well, we appreciate the people that are following the town bylaws and buying those stickers.
People are still coming in. to buy them, so.
Excellent, excellent. excellent. And just a reminder to any town members, the stickers are no cost to you. So come on in and get them. Tammy will be happy to help you. Any others on here that we should see? That's correct.
Online. it's
Yep,
working.
there's an online application that can be mailed in with a self-addressed stamped envelope if you live outside of town. And we will happily fill that out, and send it back to you.
Also on your warrants, you'll see a reimbursement for Kathy
Mhm.
for flags because we could only get so many sent here. So we had to get some sent to her house.
Okay.
So she just did it through her Amazon account instead. Yeah.
Okay,
So she got 15 more.
That's
out of
why
her own
she-
pocket.
no, that's whatever it takes to get us to what we need for flags is fine by me.
So between you and Mac, do we have a total of what the flags cost? Close to ballpark?
Should be there's a total down here, but we spent, but that does not include this past warrant. So
Flag for the cemetery, which was 179. Reimbursement for flags, which was 232 on these two warrants. And then whatever 63.55 there.
I think we were in like the $1,200 neighborhood.
I was looking for the rest of it, but I don't. Oh, okay.
It
So it
hasn't
won't be,
all
it
come in.
won't be itemized. Okay. Nope,
Yeah, I
that's-
think the total was around 1,250, something like that. For the poles, the brackets, the flags, they still up, they still looking good.
Did we purchase extras to replace in case? No, but we know what we have and, okay.
The
Good.
pole-
I thought they looked good.
And the poles are sturdy. I think we talked about the poles are sturdy, and the good news is the brackets or the anchors that the poles are going on are made out of aluminum or.
So we should.
Yeah. The only thing we would need to replace is the physical flag. And they're not even, they're pretty durable and sewn and all, not just like a color press thing. So cool beans. Thank you.
I have nothing else. Does anybody else have anything? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda. I apologize if I mispronounce this, but Terry Giroux, present. It's not a huge audience and I'm not seeing them, so
Don't see them
I'm going to
on,
assume they're not here. We will
don't see them in the meeting either.
table that for now. Linda, would you like to step up to the mic?
The reason I'm here is I did hear that V-Tran had come back into town to address the issues with the storm drain project that they did last year. And they didn't come knocking on my door or send me an email or anything. And I do have some issues. One being that the sidewalk that they put in to replace the existing sidewalk that ran parallel 108, not only is it not straight anymore, it's at a higher level than the old sidewalk. So the sidewalk that I use going into the enclosed porch to connect the two sidewalks, they made a sloping section. And because the median area on the east side of the main sidewalk is higher, and then you got that sloping sidewalk, when you get a winter rain or a thaw, I end up with about 2 inches of water in my sidewalk that goes into the house. And then that becomes ice. And so to not walk through the water, then I have to walk up through the snow to get into the house. And it's like, for myself, it's gonna be a slip hazard. Even the grade on that one section is kind of a trip hazard. And the older I get, the more off balance I get. And it's just an issue that I would like them to take care of. If they don't, then I'm gonna have to build a new sidewalk going into that entrance, raise it up to meet their sidewalk and bring in topsoil, to level it up.
And you have the
I have photographs.
the engineers.
I
You have the contact
Bruce-
information.
I have Bruce Martin's email address.
Okay.
As well as the commissioners.
I don't know. I don't know how we could help. I mean, other than,
I'm just telling you what I had heard,
Yep.
that it was talked about at the fire department meeting.
Okay.
And I did send it to Todd Cosgrove, my concern, and he forwarded that on to Robert Willett.
Okay. Yep.
That's where we stand.
Okay.
Just to make you aware, because I know if they're coming back to town, I'm sure you have other people that have issues that need to be addressed as well.
I'm sure there are.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure. Max in the back, have you heard anything, Mac, about them coming? Okay.
Okay,
If we do hear anything, we'll be sure to pass it along so that you
Okay.
know,
thank you
and
very
you can
much.
be in attendance. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Hey,
Thank you, Linda.
Linda. The Vermont Leagues of Cities and Towns, it's not on what you came to talk about, but since you're leaving, I just want to put it in your ear. There was a whole bunch of grants they're kicking out for buildings. Now, I don't know if we can go historical, like you did it last year, fix. I'm not saying historical committee, I'm saying historical repairs. But if you can tie in a repair to the historical repair this year, I think you can get funding from it. I received an email. Someone had asked a question about it and they said, well, what if it's continuing repairs? Can I roll back? And they said that, you'd have to fill out the paperwork. But I kept the email, came via email, and it's in a link that I can send to the town or send to you if you want to give me your email address or whatever you want to do. All of us, well, I know I received it. I don't want to talk for anyone else, but I received it the other day, like a week or so ago. Or I can just give you my phone and you can forward it yourself. Okay, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'm not saying it's 100%, but it may help. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Bring that up. It's anything we can do to save some money. for
Yep.
sure. All right, next on the docket is roads. Come on up, Matt. Actually, hang on. You're right. We have other visitors. Do you have business or just attending for fun? Just for fun.
Excellent.
All right.
Welcome.
We'll move on to roads then. We appreciate your attendance. Excellent. Okay. And you'll fill the rest of that. The form must be submitted by June 24th. Okay.
You just
This
want
is
to read in the document for the record?
Do I want to read it?
No,
not
no,
really.
read the document,
Oh.
what it is. So
Letter
folks
of
know what you have.
intent to participate in the 2023 Municipal Roads Grant Aid Program. And this is all the documentation that goes with it, which I will pass to you, John, because I know you love to read that stuff. Does anybody on the board see any issues with signing this document so that we can participate in the
You don't
grant?
have to participate, you just have to be signed in if you want to participate.
Okay. Does anybody see any issues with it?
I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Two things at once, you know.
I can hear you. John, just back.
Oh, we need to go with John Reader.
Read that. Don't lose it.
Thanks.
We're going to be done all the bottom, except for a couple of that. All the front and part of one side, but the lift is having issues, so they came and got it Thursday, to fix it.
Yeah.
But the bottom is all-
Okay.
I did have a question on that. Was any of the overtime that went into that, was that reflected in this bill?
No,
And how much did you get done? I'm sorry, Mac.
all the bottom,
Okay.
the back, where the one door was done with OSB.
Yeah,
We haven't done that yet because there's cars parked in the way.
right.
But we got the 3/4 inch there to finish that one up. There was a personnel door or something on the south side that had something that had plywood on it. but
Yeah.
We put some 3/4 inch on top of it. and
Nice.
Just some leftover strips just to reinforce it, so.
Yeah, because they were crying at that, I think, right?
Not that. One in the back.
I'm sorry.
There's one, I'm gonna call it a cellar window that we've got, I think, boards across, but I think we might need to beef that up a little too.
If you'll have any strips of plywood or that OSB left, because we plan on tearing that off, right?
We're
The
gonna take the
OSB,
OSB off and we're gonna do it with the plywood.
right? So
We got
if we backed off those 2x, could we put a chunk of that OSB over it and then put the 2x over the top? Just
Or some of the plywood. we could double up.
Yeah, something just to
Yeah.
secure it up.
Yeah. That's going pretty good.
Nice.
Well, I think they're here Tuesday and Wednesday, so I just-
It'll
well, I
depend
mean,
on too when the lift comes
yeah,
back.
if the lift comes back. And you had enough plywood?
I got more than enough.
Okay,
Good.
so we'll store the remainder of that.
Yeah.
Just in a safe place that
Yeah.
can be reused. Good. Anything else on the roads? Still waiting on, have you heard anything on any mowing? We put you
I
as the
talked to
contact.
Mr. Montgomery and I talked to BJ and they're both. Was trying to figure out what he could do with what he had for a mower.
Okay.
Didn't sound like he had a mower that would really reach out. He was almost thinking he wanted like first pass.
But yeah, the
Mhm.
BJ, when I talked to him, he seemed to think that the guy he worked for. Three different machines. One is close, one is a little bit out there, and one's big arm. And he said that big arm was taking us down the culture as far as all those.
All the alders down to, good, good. Yeah, so we're just waiting on
Waiting on
bids for that.
quotes or whatever.
Have we started mowing with ours? Yeah.
We haven't, well.
Yeah, I just traveled one of the roads the other day and even the grass is starting to get pretty tall. And I think if we knock that down, we'd be in better shape. So. Nice.
There, but I think it-
Watch out.
Well,
Okay.
between there and.
Oh, okay. Yep. Any other questions or comments for roads?
One, grader. Any update on the graders?
Haven't heard anything from him. I'm assuming he either lost my email or doesn't want to talk to me. Or doesn't have anything to talk about right now because he might have sold that one that was in New York and he said he was having problems. Things that came, as they came in, they went out just as fast as.
We kind of decided that Johnson's was out due to
Yeah, I
due to
mean.
the 4-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive, whatever you want to call
Four versus six.
it. I would say, I think that's an item that we could start looking into. Maybe email him again, just because I feel.
Like the case and cat, so.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're saying it's like a 2 to 3 year wait on a new machine. So I mean, if we start talking about it now and we're 2 to 3 years out, either way, we're gonna be right at that point, so. Worth looking into, worth getting some serious numbers to crunch.
How about the piece of equipment that we received the grant for 80% funding?
I haven't heard a word from Milton Rental yet.
They were saying that would be possibly due in by the end of the month, I think. Is that it? Yeah.
She wanted an invoice from them and that's what they need. Like,
With the hydro seeder?
Yeah.
they ordered it before I actually told them to order it because they figured somebody.
We were gonna prove it.
But we've already submitted the invoice to get that off of our checklist. Now all we need is a picture. Right. Okay.
Pictures, and then we'll have to do all the paperwork.
Backside of the grant. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Others. Trying to consume fuel.
Must be like that. Rains happening to Florida.
Slime. Yep. Yep. Like that game. Almost as bad as ice sometimes, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Any others?
Got that all read up.
I got it all read up. It's all yours.
Thank you, Mac.
Thank you.
View of the mail. Efficiency Vermont wants to send us some opportunities. Up to $125 off LEDs for outdoor lamps, $70 off for high bay fixtures, which would probably be great. Does the garage need any new lighting?
Yeah, they're also, just for the record, and anybody that's going to review this, is that Efficiency Vermont is buying back old appliances that still run. So if you got an ancient air conditioner, like I do, they'll even come out and pick it up. $50 in my pocket. Better than a garage sale.
So this is, if anybody's interested, that's the one for, that one's all fixtures though, light fixtures.
Yeah, I also did get a nice package of light fixtures from them as well.
we have Sophia. She's checked out our town website and sees that we have a good design and it looks great, but it's not ranking on Google or other search engines. And while our permission, would like to send us a report and pricing to show you how a few things she can greatly improve for us on our website. Are you interested?
Record that comes through like that on my stuff every day.
Yes.
Especially since I have a website.
Yep,
So,
this is the town's web address.
Ah,
So
yep.
all of our stuff gets printed off, and
oh, cool.
that
Okay.
way we look at it and file that one under G. We're not interested in that. That's, yep, no, that's
Thank you,
that's good.
Sophia.
This one was the email that I forwarded to all of you from our school. Then I can read this. I can read this then. Okay. It says, "Hello, Josh. This is from Rhoda McClure, the principal at the Bakersfield Elementary School. Hello, Josh. I wanted to let you know that students who were involved in the break-in into Brigham the other night are writing apology letters to the town. When I have them all, I would like to bring them to someone." Terry was there today. Or have a students do so. Who should these letters go to? I'm also working to have the office come and talk with them about the seriousness of the breaking. I think that was supposed to say officer, sorry. I've also talked with some of the parents, make sure that their children have the opportunities to make this right by helping fix the damage. I'm hoping that we can get all the parents to agree that they need to be part of this. However, I'm wondering how we can make this happen. As I said in an email to the rest of the board here, I have received 2 verbal apologies from 2 of the students. Carrie said that they do have written apologies. We will get those eventually. I think having them help with the cleanup is kind of hard due to the fact that the plywood's twice the size of the kids that have done the damage. But I wasn't sure. Maybe if they could just help with picking up some of the scattered bricks around, obviously not the glass because of the safety issue, but maybe some of the scattered bricks and have them stack in one of the rooms that we can access easily.
It could help for the July week end. Maybe some of the garbage pickup after.
Yeah. It's safer than going over there and working at that building.
Well, they broke into it, so I don't think they're worried about standing beside it.
Well, now we're liable.
Oh, okay. Pick up a piece of glass on accident. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just trying to think of things that we could, we're talking middle schoolers, so it's not like they're not big enough to handle a sheet of plywood or run a screw gun or anything like
So
that.
just for the record, for folks who don't know, over Memorial Day weekend, we received notice that the Brigham Academy was broken into. And the board on Memorial Day had to call an emergency meeting and MAC to go over and view the damage, which has resulted in which MAC was talking about during his report, that we've had to buy 3/4 inch plywood to totally cover all the windows and doors and entryways on the first and second floor to the building.
Which is something that we had already budgeted for
Correct.
when we built the budget back in December. It was just
Correct.
finding the time to get the lift and the plywood. Hoping the prices of plywood were gonna come down, but that didn't happen. So that wasn't the only cause of us boarding it up. It'd been,
Right. It just drew us there and put a more urgent stamp on it, I guess, in which MAC is, as MAC reported, the whole bottom floor has pretty much been done and the second floor is going to get started.
any others on mail? Okay. Seeing none. Brigham Academy update. Lance is not here today. But we'll get another update at the next meeting. That covers that one. Roadside mowing. Needed something signed. Is it a reimbursement? It might be in with the warrants. Sometimes what we do is we pay and then it's reimbursed by. Terry, these are yours from Vermont League of Cities and Towns. They're being mailed here. They were in the mail. That's where. Yeah, I gotta sign those still.
Oh, okay.
Roadside mowing, we've got the update on that. We haven't received any bids yet, but we have 2 people interested. Dog issue on the avenue.
I think we can remove that. That was resolved. I mean,
Excellent.
I don't know if we need a motion to remove it, but it's.
Nope.
we can
it
go
is
into
on.
the bid
It's
letter.
resolved. It's closed. And if we can just make sure that's off the next one. Culvert project in East Bakersfield. I do not see a need for update. We're waiting on the design, correct?
We're waiting on design. I did get a note from Luke Brusetti that he told me who the engineer was doing the design. We should expect something by the end of the month
Excellent.
from them, at least where they're gonna go.
All right, external audit updates. I have taken one of the letters to hand deliver. Correct. Okay. So if they come in on Monday, great. If they come in on June 30th, great. We'll accept them either day. We can edit that to accept either day. That'll work. Okay. Like I said, I took one to try and get to parents. To try and get to, I forget the name of it. Parent.
Parent.
They've changed their name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've changed their name, so it might not have gotten delivered. I think they might have even changed their location too.
Building that used to,
Telephone company, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Item G, we can't touch until we are done with FEMA. Town hall furnaces, we're not worried about them, still nice out. Oh, this is my favorite part of the meeting. John, any others?
I have no other others.
No other others.
Hold on a minute. None.
Make
I
sure,
better make a motion to adjourn then.
so make sure you star that no other others on the end there for John. That
Are
is
we at
the
a quorum for voting for what I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
the 4th of July celebration that we agreed to with the fire department, because the fire department is the ones who shut down the road and do all of the traffic organization, I guess you could call it. Our agreement with them was that we were doing no parades, and this road out here, the East Bakersfield Road from 108 to the town garage, was not going to be closed. They were not closing it. I don't believe so. I don't believe it was going to be closed at all. The only thing we were doing was fireworks because of, and this was from the fire department, the lack of volunteers and the amount of time and effort it takes for the few volunteers that they have to do that. So in years to come, if there are more people that would like to volunteer, even if it's for that particular event, I can get you the contact information for the fire chief, and I'm sure they would welcome you to any of their meetings. So
I did ask the assistant chief if he would mention that at their meeting last week. I don't know if they did. They said the town is anxious to get some information and put stuff up on our website, and people are calling and asking. So we're attacking it from both sides here.
yep, no.
John actually is.
Somebody
having
had
a
something
function.
on there.
Yeah, we're going to the Cold Harbor.
Collective, community collective, Cold Harbor Community Collective.
Collective is going to have. So maybe.
On Facebook, I believe.
And one person is donating hot chocolate, milk chocolate, right? Are we going to distribute that
Chocolate
from?
milk, you mean?
Chocolate milk, what did I say?
No,
Milk chocolate?
No.
Hey, I'd like milk chocolate, forget that.
That come from
It's
a
chocolate
ball?
milk. I believe we heard that someone wants to distribute to the children chocolate milk, and I believe that we may be doing it. Yeah, we may be doing that for him with the pieces.
Yeah,
Just
no.
know that's what he does for
He
Junior.
had,
Yeah,
he had
there's
mentioned it.
I'm guessing
there's
that's
a-
who it is.
There's a Franklin County, I think it's Franklin County Dairy Conservative usually does stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't put that in the minutes either. That's just I,
Well, that's a good question. I thought the road was going to be closed. Right, and,
require not trying to, not trying to hold anything or disrupt anything, but does that require not a building use permit, but a land use permit? Because we do make them fill one out to use the Brigham Academy Green for the car show and stuff like that. We have the people who are
Church and
in
all.
charge of the car show come in front of,
no,
No.
the church, the historical society.
but that's still.
I'm gonna turn my back, sorry.
There's a disclaimer that says that the town is not liable for damage to property or, so I feel like it would cover the town if that entity, John, if you're the representative for that, would fill out
I can fill it.
paperwork and get it approved by the select board. Or, yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I think we use the building use permit, but I think it's ground. I think it says building and grounds. Yeah, but I think it would look, yeah, I don't want anybody to question it and say, well, it's because he's on the select board, that's why he didn't fill it out. So,
I also heard, and maybe I'm wrong, well, I heard it from Brenda. I thought you said local bands. Did you say there was going to be music?
Somebody else said that, but I,
No, I thought there was going to be some kind of local band.
what do you say?
I'm bringing my saxophone.
we're gonna play before the fireworks. I
Alright.
think that's right.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I heard.
PA system. Yep.
The sound system is on?
Yeah.
And the other thing we're doing besides food is we're doing a 50-50. If you're putting it in the stuff, I'm just telling you that's the other raffle, 50-50 chances. To benefit the, all funds are going towards the capability of the selection, the inspection, and, depending upon how much funds we can get, the money going towards a building to put a new, some form of store up for Bakersfield again. And it could be at any location coming to a town, Bakersfield soon.
She's glasses.
Brenda, you did have another
I just wanted to mention, because Tammy wanted everything to be upfront. She's assisting me with some of the deep backlog of permitting that we got with one particular project. It's sending out 18 letters. And she has helped organize that, and we might have another 10 hours to clear that whole backlog. So that would be all I'd want to make sure the board was aware of, that we were using her beyond her capacity as assistant. You're gonna help me, Terry? I see that look on your face. Can't get it all done. I'm spending an average of
I
3 hours a
believe
week.
that you can't get it all done, but after the fact is not when you get it approved. You
No,
get
she
approved
hasn't
with-
been paid for it yet.
Oh, okay. So if you don't know, she doesn't get paid for it.
This is zoning administration work. Is that?
So I want permission to make sure that she's okay with stretching her hours as the assistant town clerk. Backlog. Specifically with this one project. It's been sitting here for 10 months. Since last fall.
because I know the project.
Yeah, you're involved in it.
I am involved, so I kind of have to abstain.
So are you looking for a motion? For approval?
All due respect, I'd have to abstain in that. as well. as the zoning.
So it comes down to Terry and I arm wrestling?
I think
That's why I said.
You actually
at the
need
be-
Lance to read.
Yeah, Lance would be, well, yeah, because Terry and John do not make a quorum. I think that's, I hate to say it, but I think that's how it has to set at this point, because as a budding property owner, I would have to abstain as the
Letter.
zoning, I will sign for it. As a zoning administrator, you would have to assign, and Terry and John do not make a quorum, so this is not something that we can vote on. It can be in the minutes as an item that was brought up. But it'll have to be tabled until the next meeting.
Okay, no problem. All right.
What the item was.
Yeah, okay.
That made the difference. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
On the green.
No idea.
Well, originally the fire department said they were shutting the road. They weren't shutting down anything till 6 PM.
No, I might
They are
have
shutting
misheard
down,
that.
but not till 6. It's only
That's what-
during.
right, that's what I said.
Only during fireworks.
I would have to go back and
I
review the
think-
minutes on
Yeah,
that.
I
one.
would too.
Well, I think most of it is for the volume of people that are coming across across the street at fireworks time.
Right.
It makes sense for it to be shut down, but
Really not our show.
we could,
It's
yeah.
the fire departments.
The only thing we really have to do with this is we have voted in as a town the sums to cover the fireworks show itself. Other than that, it's been a historical society, fire department, church.
Those would be through standards.
No, I thought Sharon, what did Sharon say? There was three, the church normally, she said, does strawberry shortcake. And I thought she said
They're not.
preservation or
They're not
something
doing
was doing ice cream. They're not doing it now?
I don't know.
But she mentioned that in our last meeting.
I don't know.
Come July 2nd at 6 o'clock, there's gonna be something.
Tammy,
Something is going to happen.
Tammy, on the YouTube channel,
Firecrackers and hot dogs.
on the town YouTube channel under Cold Hollow Community, June 8th meeting that we taped, that's up there. There's a whole conversation about what was going on in the town. Not saying that you have to listen to it for the full hour plus, but I could have sworn there were. There you go. But you can reach out to Sharon Lawyer. She can answer it.
So for the record, I'll try to plumb the fire department personnel and find out what they decided to do. Yes, like tomorrow.
Yeah, and if you talk to Tammy, if you talk to Sharon Lawyer, she can probably fill you in on the church and the other group.
Also, Tammy, I know we usually at the end of this, it says future agenda. Could you make sure that for the next meeting, Matt Hall, yep, we can get the definite on the fireworks and fire department involvement on the July 2nd. We can also get, we will be discussing emergency requirements and responses for class 4 roads to camps. And the third item would be town's support in installing a cell phone tower that would provide communications for not just cell phones, but it would be a cell phone tower. I believe it's a relay for emergency dispatch. And I don't know all the definites, but Matt has that information that's going on his property. He is right on the Enosburg Bakersfield town line on 108.
Tammy, can you move that mic over closer to you? Linda says you were having conversations going on without adequate mics, I'll say. Speakers.
Speakers.
Speakers, thank you.
Can't hear Terry, can't hear Tammy.
Really?
I don't have anything to say.
But when you're talking, it's gotta be written in the record.
Yeah, that's right. I can hear mumbling from you two, but I can't understand it.
I was just repeating what they were saying as I was writing.
That bends, you can pull it down so you don't have. There you go.
So that's all Matt Hall.
Yeah, he's got a couple items to discuss, and he said if he didn't get here tonight before we shut down, that he would like to be put on the next agenda.
Which
Yeah.
is June 27th.
Just so everybody knows, I will not be here that day. Teacher conference, so I won't be in the state prepared. Any others? If not, I would entertain one of those motions.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Have a good night, everyone.
Terry, you seconded?